Wow, you can see a lot of my...
It's going to record, too. If you don't want it to record, hit the stop recording.
Hit the stop. Where do you hit the stop recording button?
See where it says stop streaming, hit stop recording. Right above where you're at.
Second option. It's recording also?
Then hit yes.
Oh, wow. So you save each one on your computer?
I don't, but it gives you the option
locally? To. Wow, that's crazy
that
shit.
would run out of memory really quick.
So how you guys doing? I'm at on location. I can't say where I'm on location in case we get off kilter.
Yeah, we're on Mars.
What's up, guys?
If you look at the viewfinder, that's best.
Oh, just look at the viewfinder. Okay, guys. Hey, how you doing? I usually kind of look over there because I like, looking at the chat. I know we had the other fancy shit. So, hey, guys, how you doing? That dating channel. In case you wanted a court update for real quick, a lot of people were asking about my court update. The court date got pushed back to March 4th at 2 p.m. So that'll be an interesting Zoom. It's on Zoom now.
Oh, the court.
Yeah, the
stuff?
court stuff's on Zoom.
One of that.
So as
Microsoft owns it.
That's true. So Perdomo is here. Frank Perdomo. This is off the clock, Frank, but I don't know how froggy he's gonna get because the subject matter today is gonna be choose me or lose me. Now, have you? And we talk about dating stuff all the time, and Frank is excellent to talk about dating stuff, but I don't know how froggy he's gonna get. But I had a situation come up recently that was actually pretty funny. I was talking to a girl, dude, she was smoking hot from Orlando, because I'm stupid, right? I drive 2 hours for pussy. We ended up chatting a little bit, and I was like, hey, I'd like to talk to you because I need to talk to you. I want to make sure you're not fucking crazy and you don't have like a crazy accent or anything like that. So she was like, okay, no problem, we'll talk. So no problem. So then she texted me one time. She goes, hey, I am driving from this place to this place. I have time to talk. Now that pisses me off because that makes it sound like I got time to waste. I don't really give a shit. I'm going to talk to you on my car ride so that I'm not lonely. And I went, no, just wait till you get home and then we'll talk then. And she was like, well, I got the little one at home and, I won't be able to talk to you then. I said, then when the little one goes to sleep, then we can talk. And she goes, well, I'll be sleeping by then. And I'm like, you know what? Then you go fuck yourself. Like, get the fuck out of here. Because I don't want to be the guy that you talk to when you ain't got other shit going on. Have you ever been put on that spare tire position where you're like, I'll talk to him, and you're that backup hoe, but you still stay in there for some puss? Or the possibility of puss?
Yeah. Definitely. And admittedly, I was not exactly in the right place in my youth and in my single days to properly approach these situations. I was the guy who was going to marry every single girl that talked to me.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So, I had, in my youth, I would say, girls that would call me after midnight just to talk for a couple hours on the phone. None of these girls were any type of romantic connection, but I was so, how can you describe it?
Desperate?
That I would sit on the phone.
I appreciate your honesty.
Falling asleep.
Talking
to them and bullshitting.
For the hope of?
Just to stay in the fray. And I was never going to get there because of what I was doing. They literally had just left hooking up with somebody, and then they're calling me because they're lonely.
Because their pussy hurts because they got stretched out to it. Hey, I just fucked this guy. His dick was massive.
It's like it's like the third ring of hell friend zone that you don't have anything else. This is the best thing you got, which is playing Sonic on the phone with some chick at 1:30 in the morning, thinking you're getting somewhere, and you're not. You're just in stagnant mode.
YouTube Corrupt Speech literally, put it right. He says, "Damn, they just wanted a conversation after Jody blew their back out. Like someone blows their back out. I want to talk to Frank about getting fucked by somebody else."
Yeah,
I've never been to that situation, but have you ever been? I've been put on the back burner in terms of priority. Like, I'm sure you're married, and I'm sure you felt like you were a priority. You told me the situation of how you got together, and it made me go, wow, she actually cared about her appearance. She thought about you. She did play a little hard to get, but at the end of the day, you knew she liked you.
Yeah, and the hard to get, at that time, once I met my wife, I was at least more confident in myself, had more self-esteem.
Right.
had a better idea of who I was. And
how old were you when you started feeling that way? When you felt I know who I am?
I was like 30.
That's what I was going to say. In my
28, 30.
Right.
Honestly, I went about 5 years single.
Wow.
When I say 5 years single, like...
No toting?
Not even a hint.
Ni un toto. Yeah. Nada.
So, I spent a lot of time alone.
That's a dry dick.
Oh my god. So, spent a lot of time alone. So, yeah, it wasn't good. But I did use that time to try to, I guess, dig deep and find yourself and find what you liked and what you did, focus on things.
Right.
And I got into car stuff. And when I got into road racing and the driver's ed stuff, and I networked and I met a lot of really smart people. I met a lot of cool people, and they're all still friends of mine and everything, so that when I came out of that, I didn't even realize when I came out of it. I would just, when I met my wife, I had known her since we were 15, 16 years old, but we never had anything. We weren't really even friends, but we knew of each other, and we had mutual friends. A girl I was talking to, which was going absolutely nowhere, and that's why I didn't want to continue chasing her, kept calling me every once in a while going, hey, do you want to meet me for drinks? And I'm like, okay, well, I got nothing else.
Because you were safe?
I think so. No, that girl in particular had...
Someone said the autofocus is wigging out.
It's better now. Yeah. I was trying to correct it when we were laughing because I didn't get any protein. So, that girl in particular I met at a Super Bowl party. And
Broncos 49ers?
I don't know. I didn't even watch the game that night. I was there just to hang out. And I met her, tall blonde. And, okay, whatever. Hey, again, I'm taking whatever I can get, just hanging out. Talked to her a little bit. She expressed that she had a kid.
I know the story.
I said, we talked a little bit deeper. I said, back in the day, I met this girl. She had a kid, and it kind of scared me a little bit. Right. And I said some things, and I pushed her away, and I shouldn't have. Well, she took that as, all single mothers are the devil, and this guy's an asshole. And she went around the entire party telling everybody
fuck that guy.
How much that guy's an asshole, and everyone's looking at him going, "That's pretty much the nicest guy here." Like, ever. Are you sure? Like, so for 2 weeks of that, then she came back to me, and then we kind of tried. I never really got anywhere with her because it was just weird after that.
Right.
And the night I met my wife, or really connected with my wife, was the night I met her for drinks, and she was there.
Oh,
and
that's how
she's
that
like,
went.
I was just kind of being a smartass like I usually am now, and it worked because I didn't give a shit about how anybody felt at the table. I was being me,
right?
And sure enough, the first girl I used it on,
you married. And you weren't trying, but you weren't trying to marry her.
Exactly. I wasn't trying anymore, and what's weird was she did something to me that a previous girl I was talking to did to me. They would not talk on the phone. There was no phone conversations. There was no picking you up to go somewhere. It was meet me out and text message.
Right.
Well, I didn't text message. I'm like, just pick up the fucking phone.
Right.
No. Text message only. And I wasn't into that shit back then. Literally, when my wife and I started dating, I had to expand my text message plan.
Okay.
To be able to communicate.
Right, there was like $500 a month or some shit like that. Right.
She would not, if I called her, she would text me back. What's up?
I like texting.
I do too now. Back then, I didn't get
no emotion. See you later.
Exactly.
Because some people, exactly. You just type, and you don't be sarcastic during text or anything like that. So Frank, when he turned 30 years old, he said that's kind of when he came into his own. And with me, it was later in life because once I got out of my first long-term relationship, that year, it was just, I was fucking everything. I think I fucked everyone in Massachusetts. Everyone. And then I met my second girlfriend in the middle of Fuckfest because I didn't care. Then when you get single again, I think they can smell the desperation on you. Like, you're like, So when I approached that girl at the gym, and these guys know the story where there was a girl at the gym that I thought was following me around. She was just constantly following me around, and I was going, damn, bitch, she's like here, so like for weeks. So then I said, you know what? Let me approach her. Let me say hello. And I said hello, and she ended up saying, I'm not doing this.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. I'm like, bitch, you were following me around the whole fucking gym. And she ended up kind of just going like, eh. And then after I stopped giving a shit about her, that's when she kind of, I don't know, kind of tried to make me feel jealous or whatever. She ended up dating a whole lot of other dudes in the gym. It was a nightmare. She was an ex-alcoholic, so it wasn't going to work anyway. But I don't want anyone recovering.
I misread that. Fresh start?
Yeah. I mean, you literally followed me around the fucking gym for 2 weeks. And now I'm the asshole? Now I have to, like, potentially leave the gym because it's awkward?
Maybe that put her in a place of comfort where, she, in negotiations, okay, which dating could sometimes be.
It is a negotiation. 100% a negotiation.
If you listen to Chris Voss, the head negotiator, the guy from the FBI,
okay,
he tries to get you to say no because no is comfortable. No has no obligations.
Okay.
No is a defense. I'm okay because I said no. He's not going to do anything else. She's not going to say anything to me. You can't hurt me because I said no. And then you almost find yourself breaking down the guard by getting the person to start with a no.
Really? Yeah. Wow. I didn't know. See, I don't think about it all that much. Now, every single time I hear someone wanting to call me when it's convenient, I immediately think I am not that important in their life.
You're not a priority.
I'm not a priority, meaning dating is not a priority. I'm going to talk to him on the way to Walmart, on the way to the car wash, on the way to drop off my kid, but I don't want to sit down and get to know this dude. And I don't got time for that, right? If I'm not going to be prioritized, because, okay, when I talk to somebody, I talk to somebody. But maybe I shouldn't. But this is what I've noticed. The ones that I'm blasé about, the one that I go, how you doing? And then 2 weeks later, they say hi. 2 days later, text them hi back. Those are the ones that pursue me hardcore. Because they're like, he's elusive. He's not coming after me. He's not up my ass. And it's like a reverse. Like, once you learn that, you do that to everybody. But then the problem is, you meet a nice girl, you actually like her, and they don't like that kind of treatment. So when do you turn it off and on?
I think it's a hybrid of what text messaging and social media did to us, communication-wise. You mentioned it. Text message has no emotion other than emojis, right? If you add emojis or a couple dots, exclamation point, telling somebody to fuck off or whatever. When someone calls you on the way to something, hey, I'm on the way here and I had some time to talk, let's talk. They're already establishing that they are going to cut off the conversation on their terms.
Like lunch dates.
Correct.
Lunch dates give you 1 hour.
Now, you can look at that as a deprioritization of your position in their life and how important you are. At the same time, you can look at it as this person does not usually talk on the phone.
Right.
Here is the opportunity to talk on the phone, and they called you. You don't know how many people they tried to call before they called you.
You're right.
But I know I got a couple of friends that live out of town, and when I'm on the way home, once or twice a week, I'll call one of them randomly to see if they're available. We'll talk for 20 minutes, get caught up. And, I mean, how much more does he need to know about my life? He's on Facebook.
Right. He knows me.
He knows everything I got going on.
Like when Jake and I talk, or when you and I talk, we know everything about each other. So it's about something of substance. It's usually a substantive conversation. Hey, Alex, I need to know this. Jake talked to me today about politics. So it means something. When you're first getting to know somebody, it's bullshit. It's like, what's your relationship like with your father? See, I'm that asshole. I'm that asshole that at a date, I'm just like, how you doing? What's your relationship like with your father? And they're like, I fucking hate him. And I'm like, so smash, pretty easy.
Yeah.
Real easy, we're going to smash. Why? She's looking for that fatherly, manly kind of like, what do you call it? Affirmation. Like, I never had this kind of male attention in my life. So I'm going to, get it through multiple dudes. 2 cocks on the hand, each side, like this. And I just, he loves me. They love me. So it's one of those things where I don't want to be made field number 2, because when I actually like someone, I prioritize them. I actually do. In my dating life, I tend to just kind of do my own thing. I know. In my dating life, I kind of just tend to do my own thing. I just kind of meet people, and whatever happens, happens. But then when I meet someone that I actually like, it's almost like you put off a stink that they go, oh, he likes me.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
No, that was my thing, was I didn't feel until I was in my 30s that I had a thing. I hadn't established myself. I was living with my parents, but I had a car and I had a hobby, and I was good at it.
Was that the truck?
No, it was the Mustang. The white Mustang.
Oh.
I bought that white Mustang in 04? 05?
Okay.
So I started doing the driver's ed stuff, and I was, I had a thing. This weekend I'm going to Homestead. I'm going to Sebring. I'm going to Daytona. I'm going to here. I'm a driving instructor. Oh, we go to these dinners, and when we go to this stuff, I was the president of the Palm Beach Mustang Club. As much as that means absolutely shit, I had something.
Right.
And I was passionate about it, and I had good people around me, thank God. They weren't a bunch of, weirdos or losers or whatnot. These were all well-established people, fun to hang out with, right. And I was proud of it. So I didn't need anything else. I wasn't going in, meeting these girls going, man, I really hope she likes me. I hope she doesn't ask me if I live with my parents. I hope she doesn't do this. I hope she doesn't do, hey, can I take you to the movie? Can I take you to dinner? They're going, dude, I just want to meet up for drinks. And and I was ruining everything. And
that's the thing, that it's almost like you put off an air of desperation. I think Mike wants me to call him real quick, and I do that live. I'm one of those guys. Mike, he's like, I'll give a call. So I'm gonna hit up Mike because he's working on my car. I don't know.
You're live.
It doesn't. Let's do it. I'm gonna put him on live.
Oh my lord.
I'm gonna.
He's got a new thingy.
What does he got?
He's got something nice.
Toti nuevo. Oh shit.
Either.
Really? Yo, Bicho, I'm live and you're on. What do you want to know?
Hey, so your axle that I thought I hooked up, right?
Right.
It has nothing to do with me, but like you know how Ford bans those TV booths?
Yeah.
Okay, so the band on the TV booth like cut into the booth and it ripped the booth. And I know your car has low miles on it, so I don't know if you want to try to get it warranted or if you still want me to just put the axle in.
Put the axle in and I'll pay you for it. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Alright, I just wanted to make sure.
How much is the axle? You didn't buy it for like a bunch of money, did you?
The axle's like $200.
I'll pay you. Yeah, that's all. It's all good. $1,200.
I just wanted to make sure if you wanted to get a warranty, I'd get a warranty before.
Nah, because then I'll be out of a car. Oh, what do you mean? Like you'll take it out and you'll get reimbursed for it?
I don't know if they'll let me do that, but
yeah, but nah. Just slap the axle in there and then I'll pay you. No big deal, brother.
All right.
I love you.
Yeah.
You say I love you?
He's like, yeah.
Saying I love you to somebody randomly at the end of a conversation is great.
Yeah.
The other way to get a good reaction out of somebody...
Jake goes, I love you too.
You have to think about it. The zoom. Stop moving.
Whoa! No, see, my camera gets it. This is too fucking fancy.
So, the other one is if you sneak up behind somebody you know and they're comfortable with you, and then you just unzip.
You rub their
tits. They can hear.
You rub their tits.
They hear the zipper and they're just going, what the fuck? What's this guy doing?
You know what's going to happen. Let me go up
Let
me go up to the comments real quick. Leave it to Beaner, who, by the way, fucks dead people. Right? He is a ambulance guy, and when someone's dead, he sticks their dick in their mouth, and then he revives them.
What do they call that? Necrophilia.
That. He said, before my girlfriend and I was talking to this nurse, she was pretty much pulling that same shit. I cut her off back in October. Tell me how this bitch texted me out of nowhere. Nah, you good, boo. Puerto Rican. He's very Puerto Rican. Okay, this name was come now for all four corners of the United States at this point. Great. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. Someone said they walked in on the double fisting dicks. Spent a lot of time alone with a shower fleshlight. What nationality? Listen to the question. What nationality is Frank? Nationality. Because I'm a dickhead when people ask me this.
What nationality? Well,
yeah, nationality.
I like to say I'm an American-born Cuban. I was born here.
He's not Hialeah.
I was raised Cuban by my two Cuban parents. So I actually was taught Spanish first, and then I learned English naturally through growing up.
Yeah, same.
And and I'm from Florida, so I have like a little bit of a, I would say, Southern dialect.
No, you don't have any Southern drawl. No, you're fucking white as fuck.
Every once in a while, I can really bounce around in different dialects and stuff like that. But if I'm around my family and we're speaking in Spanish,
de pinga.
It's like I find shit that I don't even know I had.
Right.
And then in English, a lot of people think I'm Italian because they don't really hear the Latin.
Perdomo. Perdomo sounds Italian.
And Perdomo is a European name.
Right.
That has been, they've like spread all over South America.
He's so white Like his tummy is white as fuck. Like it's almost purple. He's so white.
It's so bad. You can see all my rashes.
I'm like, wow, he's white. But he's one of those Cubans that's not Cuban. You know what I mean? Like you go to Hialeah and you order Dunkin' Donuts like in Calle Ocho. Is it Calle Ocho in Hialeah?
Yeah.
Somewhere.
I don't go down there.
You're like, what? Exactly. He's like, those ain't me. That's like me going back to Puerto Rico. I'm like, I don't know what are you? I'm like, I'm American. And they go, no, but what's your nationality? I'm like, America. I was born in America. Yeah. But my background is, my family is from Puerto Rico. That's kind of what I say. Yeah. My family's from Puerto Rico.
You can say I'm Cuban American, but I was born here, so I would say American.
Fire Suit Frank says 2000 MCR. He's here too.
My boy.
Wow, I didn't mean to be here. Says Clocks Toges. Clocks Toges says, wow, I didn't mean to be here. Get the fuck out. I'm kidding. What you say? And wow, you guys tumbled me down up. Wow. Is English your first language?
And you guys tumbled me down up.
Oh, you gotta talk like that. It's just am watching on that flat screen TV they show.
On a dating hoo-ha.
On a dating hoo-ha. There was a girl here, Lady T Johnson, that she said, we found out it was a guy. Because Lady T, I'm like, why would you? And she goes, my ass is this, my cock is this. I don't know. She said, we just basically found out it was a fucking guy, and she dipped. And then KC said that if a guy has a goal of bench pressing 400 pounds and he's proud of that's stupid. It's like you wanting to go 50 seconds in the sub 50 seconds in the autocross.
That's stupid.
That's stupid because it's a goal that she doesn't agree with. That's stupid. And then I said, well,
not for nothing, but wouldn't you want your guy to have his own goals, his own shit?
Only if she likes them. That's what I mean. That's what I like having women on here. There's some trifling shit that they say. They say some stuff like, if a guy comes up to me and says he can bench... Look, no guy comes up to you and goes, I bench 400. Mm-hmm. No, they go... Well,
I usually wear a shirt that says that.
Yeah, I fuck on the first date. You know, so if a guy comes up to you and says that, yeah, he's a douchebag. But if you're talking and he goes, a really proud moment, it was I was able to bench 400 because I've been, going towards that goal for years. That's saying something. That's a goal, just like you going sub 50.
And she's saying that's stupid.
She said it was stupid. Then she left. She got all butthurt. And then she came back. But what's your fastest time in your autocross course there? 50? 50?
49.7. All
right, so if you get sub 49, you're like, God damn it, that's badass. Like, you'd be proud. I've seen you react going, God, and that looks fun. Goals, I think, are important for people so you can have always something going for. Because I've seen a lot of people that just come home and just fucking sit down and do nothing. Yeah. And just do fucking nothing.
That kind of stuff just reassures people that you have a pulse.
She goes, Alex, that's not what I said. That's exactly what he said. I can go back. That shit is live somewhere so we can find it. Okay, this is Dating Channel. Do you hook people up? Diane Ostertag. It depends on what you look like, Diane. This is a new person. We don't date. We don't hook people up. We basically talk shit on dating and our experiences on the guy side. I see a lot of dating stuff on women's side, and they say some of the dumbest fucking shit. Like if you go on YouTube and you hear what women think, I watched this young girl say why she prefers to date older men, and she basically after everything said they spend money on you. So I'm like, because they have to. Their options, you're hot to them, but their options are if they were like, would you agree that a good-looking guy that makes six figures in his 40s has more options than a 55-year-old guy making $50,000 a year? $50,000 a year, 55 years old, or a 40-year-old making $100,000 a year. 40-year-old's in better shape.
Yeah, let's say a 40-year-old has
right. So women get mad that they can't attract a 40-year-old. A 40-year-old woman gets mad because she can't attract her equal. She'll say, well, I'm 40, I'm six figures. How come I can't attract 46 figures? Because those guys are banging 25, 26-year-olds.
Yeah. Well, that's how we're wired, though. I mean, it's kind of, you always want the stuff that's out of your perceived reach.
Yeah. So I tell people those guys are out there banging chicks on boats. Those guys that got the money, the Florida lifestyle. Yeah. Frank knows. Frank has lived and been born. You're born and raised in Florida. Yeah. Have you ever lived anywhere else?
No. West Palm Beach, that's it.
So
Yeah.
The boating lifestyle here.
Oh, yeah. And the jet ski lifestyle.
What's the jet ski?
Peanut Island.
Yeah,
people go fuck on jet skis.
What do you mean they fuck on jet skis?
They go out in the ocean, they fuck on jet skis.
Un jet ski.
Yeah.
Si tú quieres te lo meto aquí.
I mean, you don't have to go too far for that. You can just search that on Google.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking on jet skis?
Fucking on jet skis. It'll come right up.
Damn.
I mean, it's the
I can
setting,
afford
right?
a jet ski.
It's the setting. You're out There's no one around.
Nice.
It's kind of exhilarating because you are in public. You're not in
And
privacy.
then you can just go, fish food.
And she's already in a bikini, most likely.
And the fish come up.
You switch seats with her. She grabs the handlebars. You're in the back.
Man, you can just jizz in the ocean.
Yeah, you got to make sure you pull the safety out. That way she doesn't throttle in the middle.
You're right. I didn't know that the jet ski lifestyle was a thing. Text messages are great if you perpetually put your foot in your bacalao. Says text messages are great if you perpetually put your foot in your mouth. Lost count of how many times I've thankfully hit backspace and rewritten a reply. Leave it to Beaner says, now I want to fuck on a jet ski. Everything TikTok because it changes the way you look at us or the world. Jose the guys bacalao. And fish food. So they're laughing at my jizz. For the third time, what is your take on long distance relationship? Hey, motherfucker, we're vibing. We're vibing. Chill the fuck out, man. So what is the longest distance relationship you've had? Because you guys have heard my stories a million times, so it's good to hear Frank's stories.
I honestly have never had one. I've never had one.
What's the longest I've had? I know. You know what? I tried, but the problem is you always lose touch. Like there was a girl not too long ago that came over for the weekend, and I blew her back out for 3 days. You saw her, the stacked, tall, blonde chick. I showed you a picture.
No.
You want to know the picture?
No.
No? So anyway, I don't look at other girls. So anyway, she came out, and then she's in Texas. So then the back and forth, kind of goes away because I almost have to be in someone's face a lot to have that closeness. I can't go, oh, I think we can establish something together. I'm a physical guy. I need you in front of me at all times.
Well, I would say the guy I was before my 30s probably would have gone along with that.
Right. But now you can just
I didn't have anything else. That would have been the only thing I had.
Oh, you mean you would have been okay with a long distance?
I would have been okay, and she would have dragged my ass. And she probably would have had 10 other guys where she's at and had me coming into town or, calling me on her way to work because she's not going to talk to the guy she's, banging on the side to do that stuff because that's what he does. I need my friend.
Someone says I have a booger in my right nostril. It's probably a white hair. I have white hair, so I apologize. I'm old. Yeah. If you can't afford a Midnight Express, you fucking a jet ski. Ha ha ha. Midnight Express. Yeah. He's not wrong.
It's not wrong. I mean, you can rent a jet ski a lot cheaper. The only watercraft I don't see heavy fucking on is pontoon boats around here because you don't take pontoon boats out in the ocean, just in the intercoastal. And then if you do that, you probably get arrested.
A pontoon boat?
Oh, you're fucking in the intercoastal. Oh. See you.
Exactly. Yeah, so no, I think one of those things being in dating now, since you're married, so you don't, like you guys hear my dating stories, and you guys are like fascinated. Like, has there been one dating story that stuck out besides Kayak story and the Indian girl that had stinky armpits and the girl that the kid walked in middle sex? And because I'm sure you've heard it go, how the hell does that happen? Like Firefighter girl hit me up, wanted me to hang out during New Year's Eve, and then she was just talking to other dudes at the bar. I was like, I'm bouncing.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I'm like, I'm bouncing.
I mean,
not talking like, well, I don't know, but the fact that I show up, I say hello, we're chilling, and then dudes bump into her by mistake because they're ordering drinks, and she just chit-chats them up, and I'm like, that's weird.
So that reminds me of one of my dates, and this is the shit that happened to me before I had my epiphany. Okay?
Go ahead.
Meet up with a girl. Go downtown. Meet up with her at a bar. We're talking, hanging out. We had chemistry from before that because I knew her from work. 2 guys at the bar. Start talking to her. Start buying her shots. Now I'm sitting there. She's got her back to me, and she's talking to these 2 guys.
Yep.
My cousin, who worked at the bar, was like, what the hell? Oh, we got to lean in. Move your hand, damn it. So I'm talking with him. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, I had some other friends at another bar, and I tell her, I go, listen, I'm going to take off. She goes, oh, wait for us. We're going to go too. So now she brings the 2 guys. Now I'm walking down the street, and she's behind me talking to these 2 guys. What? And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I go where I'm going.
How long did you last?
I see some, it was a 5-10 minute walk from Roxy's to Bradley's. Downtown, right? Get into Bradley's. Gotcha. I know a bunch of people there.
From where to Bradley's?
Roxy's.
Gotcha.
To Bradley, right? So, know a bunch of people there, and I just split off. And I dip out, and I bump into her. I'm going to the bathroom, and I bump into her. She's like, hey, where you been? I'm like, well, I've been here.
Right.
I don't know where the fuck you been.
Hey,
right?
Suck those guys' dick yet?
Well, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going home. It's it's 1:30 in the morning, and I got to work tomorrow, and I'm out of here. There's nothing in this for me. I got to dip, right? Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Signs off. So I leave. I get home, get in bed, get a phone call from my cousin. He goes, hey, that girl you were with earlier. He goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah. She goes, she's dying behind the bar by the dumpster. She's on the ground. Her knees are bleeding. She's all over the place. You got to come get her. I'm like, I didn't leave her like that. I left 2 hours ago. I don't know what hell. Why would I have to come get her?
Right. It's not your responsibility anymore.
He's like, bro, come down there. I'm like, all right, you know what? You're right. Let me come down there. I work with her, so.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come down. We scoop up what's left of this girl. We put her in my F-150.
How's she look?
She's hot. She was hot, but she's a good-looking girl.
Okay.
I get in the truck. I got basically a corpse, and I start driving.
And a floppy 120-pound woman is heavy.
And she's good-looking, had a chassis, but wasn't exactly skin and bones. Okay,
that's
so
good. That's good.
It took two of us to kind of drag her into the truck.
That looks good from the outside, right?
I get to the Kravitz Center. That's the light. I'm sitting at the light, and I'm going, I'm going to have to take her home. How am I going to get her out of the truck? And as the light turns green, I realize I have no idea where she lives.
And she's out to lunch.
And she's out cold.
Ah.
Nothing. Right? I got nowhere to go. I take her home. I live with my parents at the time. I get to my parents' house.
Hey, Frank, how you doing?
And I unfold this girl out of the truck and drag her into the house.
Did she walk a little bit?
She's finally, I get her, and I can't get her to talk. I put her in my bed, and she starts getting sick. So I go get a bucket. For the bucket, she gets sick a few times, clean it out, take her to the bathroom, help her, blah, blah. So she finally passes out. I'm wide awake. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what in the hell, man? What have I done?
Was it a Saturday?
It was a Friday.
Okay.
It was a Friday going into Saturday.
Did you work that day?
I didn't work that day.
Okay.
Now that I think about it. 'Cause I wake up in the morning. Now, I finally laid in bed. She was passed out. I wake up to my door opening.
That's her leaving?
It's my dad. And I look, and the way I was in my bed, and it faces the door. And I look up, and I went to get up, and I couldn't because I had her leg over me.
Oh, my God.
And she was in a mini dress, so he's looking at all of it.
Hey, did you wear a condom?
And he's like, he's kind of looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? Like,
Frank, ¿qué está pasando?
You usually get them out of here before we get up and have breakfast.
Did you guys have family breakfast?
Yeah, my parents would get up, and my dad would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning no matter what, or whatever. So I get up out of bed, I kind of roll her over, and I'm like, hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? Need water, whatever? She opens her eyes, and she had blown a blood vessel in her left eye. It was beat red.
Oh my God!
Bloodshot,
punched her.
Solid. Looks like I beat the shit out of her. She had a white dress. It was blood and mud, and her knees were all scraped up.
It looked like you beat the shit out of her and brought her home.
It looks like I dragged her behind the truck home.
Fuck that.
I get out. I walk. I close the door behind me. I walk. I look into the kitchen. My mom's in the kitchen, and there's a red high heel on the countertop.
¿De quién es esto, Frank? ¿De quién es esto?
Who is that? I'm like, it's a friend from work. I met up with her over drinks last night. I left, and I had to go back and get her because they found her sick because someone was going to rape her or kill her or something, right? And I don't know where she lives. So I had to bring her here, and I wasn't going to take her to the hospital because I didn't think she needed to do that. Well, what kind of woman just leaves her shoe in our front yard?
A whore.
Because the shoe fell off when I was dragging her in the house.
Oh, shit.
So I took care of this girl, drove her back downtown to get her car.
You drove her back down.
Drove her back downtown.
What was the conversation like in the car?
I'm like, what the hell happened?
Did you
get
fuck
drugged?
me? Yeah. Did she say
you get drugged by those two guys?
But did she say, did you fuck me, Frank?
No.
No? Or have sexual relations with me?
You fast forward a week. You think she might have learned her lesson from drinking heavy and partying, right? I get a call at 1:30 in the morning. Hey.
What are you doing right now?
What's going on? Where are you? I'm like, I'm home. Where are you? I'm in the car with my friend. Okay? I'm drunk.
Oh my God.
Okay, she goes, but I really want to fuck you.
Whoa! Nah, but drunk, that's not a turn on.
Okay, well, this is what I was after all along, right?
Drunk
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it. whatever, you know. Drunk, passed out, dead, whatever, you know.
Dead. Leave it to Beaner. Yeah.
Well, where are you? I don't know.
Look around.
And her friends. God damn it.
Zoom.
I don't know why it keeps doing that.
If I put my hand up, it seems to work.
See?
You put your hand up.
Well, you see the little box on the camera? That's the Zoom box.
Okay.
So anyway, here we are on the phone for an hour, trying to get out of her where she is, because now I'm starting to get worried because the girl left.
And then she's sobering up.
I'm like, where are you? I'm in my front yard. I'm like, oh, is this my yard? I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to get killed or something, whatever. Never got to that point with her. After that, I was just like, whatever. You know.
So you didn't find out where she was?
No. She was home, but I didn't know where she lived, because I would have taken her there if she was hammered shit. Dude. Which was the weekend before. But that was the kind of shit that I went through. And I did. Yeah. So the most fun I've had dating has been these 3 years. Because so much shit has happened. Like, girls have come home drunk. Like, they're on the way home from a bar drunk. And they're like, I'm on the way. I'm passing your house. I want to smash. Come the fuck in. Yeah. See ya. One of them woke up in my bed. Well, I hate to say one of them because I was like, I'm a whore. But it's been 3 years, so it's, you know, spread out, sort of. And she was like, she got up and realized she has children that she has to take care of. She was, I mean, I gave her some good, I won't tell you who it is, but, because then you'll know. They'll know. But she woke up, she was, oh, what time is it? I said, 7:30. She was, oh my God. I said, I gotta go. I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, my kids. I go, wow, mom of the year. So I drove her home because she had Ubered there because she was drunk as fuck. And I nailed it drunk. And nothing is worse than kissing bad breath, alcohol, drunk chick. Yeah. But the sex is pretty awesome. Like, it's pretty awesome. It's hard to beat. All right. Get away with some stuff, too.
Yeah. Let me talk a little bit here. I'll get up on this. That's a habit. Da-da-da. Holy shit, that's so fucking sketchy. Talking about your situation, obviously. He's too nice. You're the best, Frank. That is a story that makes me happy. I am married, and I still don't get, and still didn't get to hit it. That's sad.
It is.
It is real sad. Someone said that's a cheap date. This story is making me cringe. Frank, scooch up closer to Alex. What do they do on this channel? Sophie Strawberry. I just spit everywhere. Sophie Strawberry. We talk. This is a dating channel coming from the perspective of a 40-year-old Hispanic guy with no kids, which is really rare. Really rare. Everything goes here, so you can talk about your situation, my situation. You can send me a picture of your ass. By the way, Ashley Fox's ass is fucking top notch. Tú lo quieres ver?
Who's Ashley Fox?
Ashley Fox is right here.
Okay.
Yeah, she sent me a picture of her butt. It's pretty good.
Oh, good.
You want to see it? I don't think she... No, you can't see it. You're married. Damn. Forget it. It's good. Trust me, it's good. Sorry. She's laughing. She's down. She's cool. She's normal. Every drunk girl I've hooked up with does the dead starfish.
Yeah. I used to tell girls that. I'm like, listen, I'm horrible in bed. I just lay there.
You know what's funny? The only person that I've not wanted to hook up with because they were drunk, and I'm not gonna name their name, it was because their breath was so bad. And I'm one of those guys that I have to like, not everything has to be perfect, but I prefer you to be sober because at least in my mind, it means you have like the choice to fuck me. As opposed to, I'm drunk and horny, my genitalia tingles when I'm drunk, so I'll fuck anything, and it feels less special.
And you got to be careful too. If someone can't get to that point with you unless they're inebriated,
no thanks.
Then what's going to happen when you're not drunk? You're going to be shy or reserved, or you're going to be anxious. I'm not getting the best you, am I? You're giving me some shadowy figure that doesn't exist. I don't know. I'm not having sex with you. You aren't this person because you're drunk, you're high, or whatever the hell's going on.
If you'd met a girl, like I met a girl, that drank 6 times a week, even if it's only 2 glasses of wine, would that bother you?
No. I would.
6?
I say that because, we have a glass of wine or something on a regular basis. So I kind of live that. We're not doing it now because we're dating or dieting or whatever. But my wife and I will have a glass of wine every night, and that's not a red flag to me. Now, if she was single,
that's what I mean.
And it would, and I'm meeting a girl, and every night she was at a different happy hour, and bottomless this and this and that. It's like, well, wait a minute, why? if you're thinking, what's missing that makes you want or need this?
Every single one has had daddy issues. Not one, not two. Every single girl I've met that drinks in excess has daddy issues. Now, it's a funny thing on my channel when I tell people that this thing pause or something. It seems like it's there. You go. Let's go back. Basically, they say, Alex, why do you ask those questions? And I don't ask those questions overtly like an interview. I don't say, by the way, I want to know your relationship like with your father. I go, tell me about your family. Tell me about your upbringing. And then I go, so, tell me about your dad. Who are you closer with? That's a good lead in. Who are you closer with, your mom or your dad growing up? And then they go, well, dad wasn't around. And that's usually you start seeing things that make you go, I wonder how important a man... I don't think I've met a woman that has a bad relationship with her father that would be good to date. There's always something that I find.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a South Florida thing, because you never lived anywhere else. But I vibe really good with Texas girls or someone from the Northeast. But Florida, for whatever reason, it almost seems like because there's a new person coming off the Greyhound trying to, the next best thing. You don't got a boat?
We're a bit of a melting pot here. We lost internet, dude.
Really?
Look, we lost our connection.
What happened? No, it's red.
Now.
It's red.
No, red's bad.
Red's bad?
It'll pop back on now.
Well, what is that?
There we go.
How do you see that?
Green.
Oh, wow, it's weird.
We lost internet there.
Sorry, yeah, we have internet issues. My internet, I lost the mic, but they lose internet here. So
yeah, we just randomly dropped. I think Florida's a little bit more of a kind of a catch-all for the entire country. Oh, we're red again.
Red again. Oh, looks like it's skipping. But is that you said that happened when the did you guys get a new
It's the internet service.
It's the internet service?
It's not the computer.
No, it's not the computer. Yeah, definitely not the computer. So it's just streaming.
That's just streaming right through there.
Okay. Well, whatever. I'll get through it. But now, what will happen? Will it record and then upload properly, or it's whatever YouTube's seeing?
It'll whatever YouTube's seeing, and it'll stall.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it was skipping.
Right
It comes back. So we're having internet issues apparently. So just making sure that if it skips on you guys, look, I apologize. We'll do our best. I'm not stressing it. I'll give you guys something of a show instead of nothing. Se le calienta el tanal when they drink, bicho. El tanal?
Sí. Carnal.
Tamal. Oh, tamal. Tamal. Like tamale?
Sí.
Have you ever heard a woman's private part be called a tamale? That's like a guy's dick,
I guess
right?
you can call that. I mean, you can call it just about anything.
Yeah, exactly. Got that dollar store Wi-Fi. Look, I got 7-Eleven water. So we got, look at
me too.
7-Eleven water. Oh, come on, zoom in, baby. There you go. That's a nice camera. I'm gonna have to get me some of that. That's good shit. So yeah, it's one of those things where I've always found some kind of issue